Reggie Crawford from the San Francisco Giants organization joining us right now. Reggie, great to have you on. We appreciate the time, dude, and obviously can't wait to talk about how unique you are as a ball player. How's it going out there in Arizona, man?
It's going good, man. No complaints. I'm enjoying it so far. It's a lot of fun.
What are you up to? Who are you making friends with? Because also, you get to meet some other players that you're going to hopefully face in the big league someday, but you get to play with them and then be like, but what do you always say to the guys? Like, remember WBC?
Oh, what do you mean about the WBC?
Like the Phillies guys that were playing with the Mets guys?
Oh, yeah. I'd just piss in their bag as soon as you leave. Right now, your buddies. Like, your buddies in the fall league.
Yeah, right?
When you face them later, hey, have you opened up the side pocket of your bag?
Yeah.
Took a big old dump in the right side and peed in the left side.
That's too good. No, but it's been good. I was looking forward to playing with a few of the guys. Like Robert Hassel, Trey Lipscomb, they've been out here. So it's been cool. Like, meeting different guys from different orgs. Getting to hang out with them at the field, outside of the field. So, no, it's definitely been enjoyable. So I'm taking it all in.
All right, let's get right to the good stuff because I'm sure you get asked about this all the time. I want our guys to kick it around. Life as a two-way player, what's it like?
Under normal circumstances, it's pretty smooth sailing. But because of the Tommy John that I had to get, it kind of makes it a little bit trickier because just like anybody who would be doing this, the big thing is controlling workload. But on top of it, you're trying to control and manage workload while still technically rehabbing from the TJ. So it's been very up and down, essentially, from the TJ and then even from the draft because, say I'm hitting at a certain point in time and then the hitting shuts down, we're throwing at a certain point in time, and it's just been difficult to find a period of time where we're able to do both. And that's still a part of the progression. But right now it's still trying to get my feet underneath me. It's definitely an adjustment. I think it's been like almost 2 years since I've hit consistently. So pretty much just trying to take every single pitch and learn from it as well as I possibly can while using the resources around me to kind of make up for a lot of that lost time. So it's been good just seeing pitches, being back in the box. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward, especially next season, to where I'm doing both at the same time, just like I'm used to for my whole life, pretty much.
I'm assuming they're gonna give you your plan and tell you what your plan's gonna be going forward with that.
Yeah, definitely. The Arizona fall, like this is really big just to see where we're at as far as hitting. But yeah, we need to kind of sit down and talk about like the progression and how we're gonna approach next season based off of how this season looked and how my body looked or my body felt, my arm felt, stuff like that. So that'll be a conversation that'll be had probably sometime in the near future.
Do you feel like they're going to be too nervous about it? Do you feel like they're going to be too cautious and you just want to go? Like you are Ferrari and they're asking you to just like pull into a parking spot and then pull into the next parking spot and then pull into the next parking spot. Like you're at the 101 out in Arizona right now. Let that big dog eat.
Yeah, I mean that's honestly been the trickiest part for me because I'm used to just go all the time, and not being able to do that. And say you get 3 weeks and then time off, you get a couple weeks time off, or like a certain amount of swings this day, you wait a week. Certain amount of swings this day, you wait a week. So it's definitely been tricky. Even like on the mound too, it's like my arm can be feeling great, and we may be capped at a certain spot, but it's like it's one of those things where. Like, yes, that could be frustrating, but in reality, the health is the best interest in mind right now, and that's what we're kind of focusing on. And I have to kind of remind myself of that sometimes because it is easy to like, all right, like let me just play, let me play, no restrictions. But I knew coming into it that's what it was going to look like. So again, I did have to check myself a few times, but no, I am excited to have those conversations about next season because I think. It's really going to free a lot of stuff up for the future, which will be exciting for sure.
All right, my last comment on the whole thing is not a question; it's a comment. It is your career. You have an elite skill, and I get it. You don't want to get hurt. Nobody wants to get hurt, but you have an elite skill. You have an opportunity to do something that not a lot of people do, Like, just remember that part. Like,
I appreciate that.
go do you. I get it. They're going to be like, hey, we'd love for you to, do this, and we're going to mitigate your at bats. Okay, you pitch, so now we're not going to let you hit. And you know what? At the end of your career, if you have 15 years in the show, or you have 15 days in Double A, they're not going to have anything. They're going to go on to the next guy. They're going to go on to the next guy. So whatever it is, you drive that Ferrari as hard as you can, because it's your Ferrari.
That is really important. I really appreciate that. Thank you. It means a lot.
Reggie, before I get into the whole, I want to know your Ohtani thoughts. Did we only have you on because you're from Pennsylvania and Kratz just loves Pennsylvania people like more than
I'd imagine
anything?
that has to be the only reason, right?
I mean, I'm starting to wonder why all these guests are from Pennsylvania.
We're not even going there yet. I want to
we're not even
stay on the 2A stuff. But don't worry. Do not steal his thunder.
I didn't even know he was going to say that. Okay.
Are you kidding me?
Reggie, okay, now we'll get to that later.
We'll get to it. He's really sleepy. Somebody banged on his seat while he was on his first-class flight because he was napping. So he just wants to ask you his questions.
We have 3 minutes dedicated to this particular area of not just the country, but of this state. But anyway, AJ.
Okay, I just threw up. Sorry, Reggie. So when you're watching Shohei, okay, have you? If I'm you, I'm like, hey, can I get Shohei's number and reach out and talk to him or his translator and get some advice?
No, I know, and I've been thinking about that recently because there's a few guys that on the big league club now that I know, and I was thinking about, hey, like, yo, can you throw in a word or something? But I've been working on that, so hopefully sometime in the near future I kind of, pick his brain a little bit because that'd be very helpful.
Think how sick it'd be. You walk around your fall league and you're like, guess who's on the phone, guys? It's Shohei. Who are you guys talking to? Oh, it's not Shohei. I don't care who y'all are talking. Think about that. All your you be back home in Pennsylvania, Kratz State, worst place besides New Jersey. But other than that, you could be like, hey, hold on. Shohei's on the line, guys. I'll call you. I'll have to play. I'll talk to you guys later.
For real. No, I know. Hopefully sometime in the near future. I'm working on it. I really am. So if you guys got any, connections, let me know. But no, we're trying. We're trying.
I do want to know though, when you were drafted, did they say, hey, you're going to be a two-way guy? They gave you that?
I communicated going into the draft that I would have liked to do both, and I wouldn't really be interested if any team didn't see that as well, or at least allow me to attempt it.
And what is have they given you any indication? Because what was the guy's name in Tampa? Brandon McKay, I think his name was.
Yeah, Brandon McKay.
He ended up getting hurt and never. Have they given you I don't want to say a drop dead date, but have they said hey, if you don't make it as both by 2025, then we're gonna have you be a hitter or a pitcher, or they've just been we're going to ride this thing as long as possible?
Yeah, no, it's just we're pretty much riding it as long as possible and just, check-ins every once in a while, because obviously, this is where we're at right now. But say in the future, something doesn't make sense, why continue with it, So where we're at right now is just staying healthy, getting healthy, staying healthy. That's the main priority. And that's what we've been doing. So, those conversations, I haven't had enough ABs. I haven't enough innings on the mound to even have those conversations because it's you could ask me who I am as a player. It's I couldn't even tell you because I'd imagine a lot of people can't either just because of the lack of reps. So I think we just kind of want some time and game and innings under my belt before we even kind of dig into that.
Okay, which one do you like better?
I like hitting more. For sure.
Good answer. Good answer.
Is Ohtani actually your favorite player, Reggie? If you had to write it down on a card, who's your favorite player? Is it Ohtani because of the similarities?
It is Ohtani, yeah. And he's just he's really good for the sport, It's you would see that guy everywhere, which is really important for baseball because I know so many people that don't even know baseball, but they just know the name Shohei Ohtani. So just what he's doing as a whole, from a player standpoint, and then just that other piece of it, it's just unbelievable. So it's hard not for him not to be my favorite player.
So two questions about his future, because you can be, a better analyst on this than most. How do you think the next couple of years are going to go for him? Because now he has, I mean, it's like a little secretive, but it's some type of elbow procedure, right? And so he's not going to pitch next year, but he is going to hit, and he's entering free agency, so it's going to be crazy. So, like, how do you see the progression for him and what he needs to go through? He already did go through it one time,
Mm-hmm.
and now he'll go through it again. And then also, do you have a message for any of the analysts that say, well, he should just maybe be a reliever when he comes back, and then, he can just hit and come out of the bullpen casually? Like, to me, I've been told from others that would be insane, and I don't know how that works during the course of a game.
Yeah, so I mean, like, the only difference essentially, like, when it comes to the TJ, assuming that that's what he's getting, I'm not exactly sure, but like, he hits lefty but throws righty, whereas I throw lefty, hit lefty. So it's like this motion when hitting kind of just it irritated it slightly occasionally, and that was the issue that I was having. Whereas, like, for him, the right arm will be the arm that he got the procedure done, and you don't see that, like, violent of emotion during the swing. So, like, all the guys that I talked to, like some of the position guys that I've talked to that had to get TJ at some point in their lives, a lot of them were throw righty, hit lefty, and they were good to go. Like, I mean, as far as hitting and without throwing, like, honestly, 5 months, I think it was 5, 6 months, and they're good to go. Whereas, like, it definitely, I mean, even at 11 months for me post draft, when I was getting some swings in the ACL, I definitely felt some discomfort, and it took a while for it to kind of loosen up. So, as far as that, I'd imagine since he's just hitting next year, he won't have any issues there. But I mean, as far as the pitching, it's like you have these guys go down all the time. Like, a big thing is, like, that I would have conversations about was, like, the TJ and, like, hitting, and, like, you have pitchers going down all the time that never pick up a bat. So it's like, I think that's just, I don't know why that's always brought into conversations with both of them. But I mean, I don't know why they would put him as a closer. Like, he's a really good starter, and it's like, if that's because of the TJ, then, why not make every starter that gets TJ a closer? I don't know. I think that he should just, hit this year like he's going to, and then continue and just kind of take it the same way they did last time. Because like, injuries happen, and that's the way it is. You can't hide from them for your whole life.
I love that. Don't hide from the injuries. That's what I'm saying. Get that Ferrari and get that thing flying.
Absolutely.
But speaking of Ferraris, as states, you grew up in Pennsylvania. Now, it said, well, I mean, it's not the armpit of America, Florida, but it is just an incredible, the Keystone State, all the great things about Pennsylvania. It said you were born in Lansdale. Now, I coach high school baseball, and I live, like, from my school, like, 10 minutes, and the school's in Lansdale. Now, but you went to North Schuylkill, which AJ can't even say the word Schuylkill, let alone spell Schuylkill. So, how is a northern guy coming from the most illustrious state being viewed once you're in pro ball now as like, well, he's a cold weather guy. He's probably not going to be able to do this because we're tougher. We're tougher than the southern guys.
Well, I mean,
Absolutely.
He proved it. No offense, but he already had the.
Yeah, he did because he was. Yeah, because he wanted to make sure everyone else had a chance before he came and took the world by storm.
That's right. That's right.
You've been warned.
Yep.
No, but yeah, born in Lansdale.
Wait, can you tell me? Hold on, before you get into this, can you tell me where?
Just about to get into
No, but I want to know.
flow.
No, look, I'm doing geography, so I want to know in the little box that is Pennsylvania. Where is Lansdale?
What is? I think it's like southeast, like
southeastern portion, about 45 minutes north of Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so wait, that's southeast Philly. Then where's Philly? In another state?
Philly's in the southeastern portion of Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania's large.
Pittsburgh's in the western.
I know
portion.
Pittsburgh's west. Philly's east.
Philly's southeast. Like the triangle, the like angle at the bottom.
It's basically a square-ish.
It's
right?
a box.
Yeah,
I mean, a rectangle, whatever. Yeah.
Look at Reggie. Reggie's like, these guys are idiots.
Yeah, Reggie. Well, I want to know these things because you guys talked about the state. Okay.
It's down at the bottom.
Got it. Okay, so it's almost in what's below that? Virginia?
Delaware.
Delaware. Okay. Go
Delaware,
ahead, Reggie.
Maryland.
Sorry, now we know. Okay, now I want to hear about Lansdale.
Yeah, so born down there, was there for a few years, and then we ended up moving to Frackville, so Northeast PA, because my grandmother lived there, and we'd always just want to spend time there, so we ended up moving there. But yeah, went to North Schuylkill.
How do
Not,
you
I
spell
mean,
that?
honestly, there's not much going on in Pennsylvania, man. Like I
Nope.
just bought a place out here in Arizona. I'm enjoying it out here. I had 21 years of the cold weather, and it was good. But I'm enjoying this 65, in December like last year. So set up shop out here. But yeah, no, like I really did enjoy growing up in PA, just like a small town, just like the typical, like small town things. You play manhunt, do all this thing, you ride bikes and stuff. So it's definitely enjoyable. And no, I'm definitely happy that I did grow up, growing up in the cold, because then if you're playing a game and it's 35, 40 degrees out, it's like it's not nothing you haven't experienced before. So, I mean, it's definitely good, because I know that a lot of my friends who didn't really experience playing baseball in that kind of weather, it would definitely affect them a little bit. So it was definitely nice to have that. But no, I love Pennsylvania, but I do love Arizona a lot too. So that's why I'm out here now.
Arizona's easy to love in the winter, no doubt. Ain't nobody got
It is.
time. Ain't nobody got time for an Arizona summer though, so you'll be gone. So that's
Exactly.
good.
So it works out
You
well.
said you said you grew up in Frackville?
Frackville, yep.
AJ, you know what fracking is?
I know what fracking is, dude.
You know
Yeah,
why?
so
You know why people up in central Pennsylvania where he grew up are so rich now? Because of fracking.
Yeah, that's because it's been banned everywhere.
Not up there.
Not it can if it's called Frackville. What else are you gonna do? I've seen Brockmire.
Just
I've seen
Gillville.
Brockmire.
Electric bill? I don't know. All
Oh
right.
god, look at that.
So we
Oh,
can't let you
let's
go
do it.
without a little Friday fits from the
Oh
other day.
man.
How's your modeling career going with your friends?
Oh, it's non-existent. I mean that's all there's going to be. We're brainstorming what we're going to do this Friday. It's not going to be anything like that. But no, that was just like, hey, let's go to Boot Barn, get some stuff, and look like idiots for social media, and that's what we did. But no, it was fun. Everybody enjoyed it. So, just keeping it light around the clubhouse.
I love that.
That's important. But I got a quick question for you. Were you holding them biceps out, or are those the real size? Because it looks like you had your hands like underneath the biceps and you were pushing them out. We got it because this is an honest show. You can't.
I don't know.
This,
Look at that.
you were
I don't
pushing
think
those
they're pushed
biceps out, weren't you?
I think the hand's just tucked in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Like-
the real biceps.
I
Like,
don't know, man.
Left arm looks like it's just hanging, because otherwise you would see the wrist of the right wrist would be a little
will
bit
be
tilted
flexed.
up.
No,
right.
I got you. Because this
Just
picture is
chilling,
going to
man.
show up when you make it to the big leagues, and you're going to
I
have
know
to
it is.
answer. Some veterans, some grizzled veterans like AJ
Yep.
are going to have to answer to this.
No, it's always signed up for. We knew that was coming, and we all had to sign so many of those the other day. They were
Really?
printed out. Like, I don't know why everybody printed them out, but no, it was funny.
I love it. AJ's just
I love
quiet. AJ, see, I'm not the only one that
you know
wears
what?
mediums.
Yeah, well, yeah, but he can pull it off. Scott's jealous because your biceps are bigger. All right, so Reggie, here you go. You ready? Say
Yeah.
it with me. SCHUY.
You're looking.
KILL. Bam! Nailed it. Skuckle Hill.
There it is.
Schuylkill.
That's what I
Schuylkill.
said, Skuckle Hill.
No,
Is that how they spell it out at the games?
they don't spell it out. It's definitely north. Like his school's like an hour 45 from here, so he moved to like central Pennsylvania, not quite up to like Route 80 up there, like Bloomsburg, south of Bloomsburg, but he's kind of in farm country.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a little different. That's a little different than where you were born. But I don't know if you're ever come back to Lansdale or not.
Definitely quiet around there.
If you come back to Lansdale, okay, for like a family reunion or something in the off season, the boys will be banging in the cage. So hit me up.
Hey, absolutely, definitely will.
Also, it's funny that he called that farm country, but Lansdale's not, because most people, if they were in this area, would still say Lansdale is farm country.
Wait, how many Amish
accurate?
people? How many? Where's the Amish people at?
That's
I'm an hour and a half from the Amish.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're like
man.
south.
South. They're south of.
They're south of him.
Okay. Got it.
But
more where you grew up.
I guess so. Yeah. How far is Lansdale from like Lancaster and stuff?
An hour.
An hour.
That would be west. Lancaster's like west, and it's Lancaster,
not Lancaster.
not Lancaster
Yeah.
like it is out in. It's Lancaster.
No, man, you guys need to work on some stuff.
Look at that.
Hey, Reggie, this was awesome, dude. Great to have you on. Appreciate it. Keep doing your thing out there. We'll look forward to the next Friday Fit, and we'll catch you down the road. All right, have fun.
Absolutely. Thank you, fellas. I appreciate it.